In this video, we are going to see how we can set up the chart of accounts in a brand new company of Odoo. So since we are following the project of Elite Traders, that means they deal in car parts, they buy and sell car parts, but this business is not new. It exists for many years, but on the other accounting software, or maybe they were working on Excel or manually, and now they have planned to shift on Odoo from the current year. So what they will do is they will close the last year manually and extract all the closing chart of account balances. So these are all the chart of accounts along with their balances. Same goes for customer, vendors, and inventory. So they have extracted all of this closing balances, which we will make in the current year as opening. Just remember, this is the implementation rule in every accounting software, that you close the last year manually, and then from the new year on 1st of January, you put all the chart of accounts along with their balances, and after that you will perform the day-to-day activities on the new software, which is Odoo. So let's see how we can configure all the chart of accounts, how we can create some new chart of accounts if we need to, and how we can also edit the current chart of accounts names. So from the main section, like we have created new company. If you want to create a new company, just go to the settings here. And from here, we click on manage companies. And under here, we created a new company from here. But the new company setup has some problems. If we go to the manage companies, we have two companies here. One is Elite Traders, one is Accounting. So if we want to see what this Elite Traders company have, we should go to the accounting and just switch from Accounting to Elite Traders. Click on confirm. And now this is the dashboard. So since we are using it for the first time, this is brand new. Even the chart of accounts is not installed. So you can browse the countries and then install the relevant chart of accounts. And then you can go to the configuration chart of accounts, and you need to set up or import all of the chart of accounts by yourself. So if you want to do that, that's good. But otherwise, what I recommend is I'll just switch over to the other company, which is Accounting. I'll just change the name of it to Elite Traders, because let me just show you. Head over to Accounting, confirm. This is the interface. Click on Accounting. And now the dashboard is already set up. Go to the configuration and click on chart of accounts. All the chart of accounts are set up as well. So what we will do is, let's go to the settings from the main page, manage companies, and let's delete this one which we have just created. We haven't performed any action, so you should be able to delete that. Just select this first, go to the actions and click on delete. Delete it. And then what we will do is we will just change the name of this particular company to what we have in our project. Select this, click on action, select this, actually open this, and let's change the name of this one to Elite Traders. The region is USA. The currency is US dollars. So all set. Just we have to save the changes, and we can save it from here. Save manually from the top corner. And let's move back to the apps section from the top left, where we see this mini arrow. And now the company name is set up to Elite Traders. That is the most convenient way. Otherwise you have to create all the chart of accounts over again. So we will see that later on as well. Don't worry about that. But since now we want to keep it to basics so that you can easily grasp each and everything. Just go to the accounting tab now. And as we can see, the dashboard is automatically set. But since we don't have any data yet, it is not populating anything. Now let's go to the configuration and click on chart of accounts. Many chart of accounts are already created for this particular company. Just make sure the company name is right here. Otherwise you need to switch it over from the top right corner. So company name is fine. Now we just have to check whether we do have all of these ledgers or not. First one is debtors or receivables. Account receivable is already there. Just if you want to change the name from point of sale, because we are not installing or configuring the point of sale in Odoo, we are just maintaining the accounts. So if you want to change the name, you can just click on this once and you can remove this POS from here. And that's how easy it is to edit the name of any account. Next is creditors or vendors, which is accounts payable. So we need to search for the category of current liabilities or payables. Here we have this as a payable type. Accounts payable is also there. Stock or inventory. Let's scroll down or scroll up to locate for inventory. And by the way guys, if you want to search for any particular ledger, you can do it from the top. So just write here stock valuation, stock interim, stock delivered, or let's say inventory. Inventory is not there. We can also sort it by type. So this makes it easy to locate a particular ledger. So let's say for this stock valuation, I just want to click here and reset or edit the name to stock inventory. I can do that. Building at cost. This is the first fixed asset. Since we have sorted it by type by just clicking from the top, now we can search for the fixed asset. But as we can see, it only had a generic fixed asset here. Where it is? It's right here. So what we will do is we will follow the same sequence after that, and we will create some new ledgers. Like this one is created on 151,000. But since this is a generic name, we can copy and paste the name of this ledger and paste it here. So one is created. We want to create more. We can do that from here. Building at cost is created. Now 151,000 is created. Click on new and just write the name 151,100. Let's say this is fixed asset. And why it picked up the fixed asset? That's because there is a generic rule that one is for assets, 2 is for liabilities, 3 is for equity, 4 is for revenue, 5 is for cost of goods sold, and 6 is for direct expenses. Not only for Odoo, but for all the other accounting softwares as well. So this one is a standard chart of account coding format for nearly all the softwares. 1 is for assets, 2 coding, whatever starts with 2 is for liabilities, whatever starts with 3 will be for equity. Let's explore that. Let's say 3. As you can see, this 3 is always for equity. Then we have 4 for revenue. As we can see here, 4 should always be about revenue. So this is the generic rule. And by the way, guys, you can get this document with the resources section of this video so that you can memorize this. All right, let's continue. Our next ledger name is accumulated depreciation of buildings. Now guys, this is contra asset. That means it is booked as a fixed asset, but by default fixed asset balance is on the debit side. So this one is in the categorization of fixed asset, but the balance is on credit side. This is just to reduce the value and show it separately in the fixed asset ledgers. So that's why accumulated depreciation is created. And again, if you want to learn more about accumulated depreciation, I have mentioned it in this document that you can find with the resources section of this video. What is accumulated depreciation and how it is treated in the ledgers. So this is complete explanation. You can check that out. Let's copy this, paste the name here, And we need to check the type again as well, because in some softwares accumulated depreciation category or type is separately mentioned. So in that case we must choose that one. But since in the asset category we only have receivables, bank and cash, current assets, non-current assets, prepayments and fixed assets, and here the list ends. After that it is liabilities, equities and all. So this one should be configured as a fixed asset. Done. Click save from the top left, and after that we can sort it in the coding sequence, and we should automatically get it here, like you can see here. Next one is 151,200. I can also make it on 161,000 as well if I like. Let's actually create it in 161,000. Motor vehicles, let's make it 161,000. It will automatically be chosen as fixed asset type. Paste the name here and click save. Sort it and check it once if it is showing all together. Yes, it is. As you can see here, building at cost, accumulated depreciation of buildings, and then we have motor vehicles. Next one is accumulated depreciation of motor vehicles. So here what we will do is 161,100 will be the new ledger, because that one is associated with motor vehicles. So what I'll do is I'll keep the initial coding in the same sequence, just I'll put 100 with that. So click on new and write 161,100 here, and just copy and paste the name here. Click on save and you can sort it afterwards. Next is machinery. So like I said, we will configure it in the new sequence, which is 171,000. Paste it here, click save, and next one should be what? Yes, 171,100, because that is an associated ledger with machinery for accumulated depreciation of machinery. Paste the name here, make sure the type is selected to fixed assets and click save. After that we have cash. We must have cash already here. So we have bank and cash as a type, and the ledger we have is for bank only. Let's make sure that we don't already have cash. No, we don't, so we need to create one. Let's create it in 102,000. Let's try 102,000. No, it is for current assets. Let's try for 101,500. 101,402, let's say. This is all showing at current asset. We need to manually change it to bank and cash, and just write cash in hand here. Save it. And it says account code must be unique. So 402 we already have. Let's make it 500. Save it. And the bank, we already have bank, but since we have two banks, Standard Chartered Bank and United Bank, I'll just change the name of the first one and paste this one. And for the second one, 101,402, let's say 101,402, we will create a new one in bank and cash, and we can paste this name right here. Save it. 403. Okay, we have 402 as a bank suspense account. Okay, save it. 403 is already here. Let's try 404. Let's try 410. Okay, 410 is fine. Accrued expenses. Accrued expenses is again bills payable from the last year. So basically this is the balance of all the unpaid bills or uncleared bills from the last year, which is a liability on us. So basically you can call it bills payable. Again, if you want to learn more about it, I will attach this particular document which explains the accrued expenses concept in detail according to the definition, the key characteristics, and some of the examples on how the treatment will be done. So this will be very informative for you, and you can again find it in the resources section of this video. So let's quickly see whether we do have accrued expenses already here or not. Just write accrued here. Accrued expenses is not here. Let's sort it by type to make sure we don't already have it. We have current liabilities, bills to receive. We can use this ledger as well. Bills to receive. We can call it accrued expenses here because we won't be using this one. Or if you like, you can create a new liability account. That's it. Click on save. Just make sure that you always follow the 2 sequence here, because according to the standard chart of accounts coding sequence, 2 should be liabilities. And here you will notice that 2 is always for liabilities. Next one is capital invested or net owner's equity. So we will write the name of net owner's equity, but for that we need to find the equity account. We already have the capital account here. Instead, just change the name to net owner's equity. That's it. Hit enter or save from the top. So now that we have configured all of the chart of accounts according to our project we have created, and make sure we do have all of this chart of accounts with the same name. In the next video, we will learn how we can put the opening balances in these particular ledgers. So just try this by yourself, complete it until this point, and I'll see you in the next one.